Tell us a little bit about the season, coming off some real nice wins here. Had a tough game, of course, with Aquinas, but boy, I tell you what, that team speed that you have, Andy, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I've always thought a lot of success you have at the varsity level is based on your seniors, and we just have a really good athletic senior class, and they put a lot of time and effort in. They're, physical up front. They've got speed. We're starting 8 or 9 seniors on offense and defense.
Yeah.
So we're senior reliant, that's good. That's what you want. And I feel really good for those kids that they put the work in, and it's really paid off for them so far this year.
Yeah. It's just fun. Like when I was watching the one game that I was able to do, I was just so impressed on how everybody it seemed like they kept rallying around each other a little bit and high-fiving, and everybody you just got that excitement out there.
Yeah, these guys are a tight-knit group. They've played together how many years now back to, tackle when they were younger. And
Yep.
They have good team chemistry, which is what you need and what you want in any team in any sport. So they'll go to battle for each other, and they'll stick up for each other, and that's a huge bonus when you can get that on a team. It just brings you closer together and creates a little more success in these tough, tight games.
And they're talking, I'm sure they're talking about playoffs and so on. Where are we sitting with that? Do you have to win both games or 1 out of 2 with what's left? How does that all kind of play out here?
Well, right now we're 6-1. We're 4-1 in the conference, so we're in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, okay.
Our goal right now is hope West Salem can beat Aquinas next week. Hope we can win out to try to get a conference title.
Yep.
But then beyond that, we are right on the borderline. We're either going to be the smallest D5 school or the biggest D6 school.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to come down to the last week of the season across the state, who's going to get in, who's not going to get in.
Yeah.
That's going to affect us and where we go.
That is nuts.
And then we'll see, but you don't know till the last minute. So we'll think about that later, I guess, because you can't control it. You can't control that. But I did tell them something they can control is, if they can find a way to finish 8-1, regardless of division, that will set them up for a higher seed.
You bet.
Hopefully a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to play a couple games at home.
That would be.
And the crazy thing is, if you go to 7-2, you might be a 5 or 6 seed.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. So there's a lot on the line still for these guys.
Yeah.
It would be nice to play at least one more game at home.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Andy, thanks for taking the time coming up here. We wish you the best of luck tonight, next week, and, of course, looking forward to those playoff games coming up down the road.
Should be good. Thanks, Ken.
Andy Hulse, the head coach here for the Westby Norsemen, taking on G.E.T. And, again, it's a big game, a lot of implication going on here when it comes to the playoff action. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Westby. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we are ready to bring you a Coulee Conference football game featuring the host Westby Norsemen as they come out onto the field, and they are going to be taking on the G.E.T. Gael-Ectic Trempealeau Redhawks. Should be a very, very interesting ball game here tonight. We want to say thanks to some of our wonderful sponsors bringing you to the action. And, of course, those sponsors include, we'll go through all those here in just a few moments, but we'll get things started with, let's start on the reverse side of the alphabet. Westby Co-op Credit Union with 9 facilities in western and southwestern and central Wisconsin. Here we are with the approach. And the kick to this game is underway. The ball coming down and bouncing back down around the 5-yard line, where it's going to be picked up by the Norsemen and moving the ball forward. And let's see where they're going to actually mark it. Looks like it's going to be right around the 20-yard line. So not a bad return, but I'm sure that the Norsemen would love to have had something just a little deeper if at all possible. So 1st and 10 for the Norsemen, and quarterback here, and Blake Sutton bring the team out. Well, Dave Gluck has the night off. I'm here. We've got Nick and Scott over at Cashton. And we apologize. There's a nice play on a run, turning that ball upfield. That was number 2, it looked like, in Brady Mowry. Mowry is going to pick up a handful of yards there. We're going to give him 4 on the play, maybe even 5. It's going to be second and a long 5, we'll call it here, for Westby. G.E.T will try and get their names and numbers as we go along. Here's a quick toss to the outside, and boy, a great job defensively there by G.E.T. They got there in a hurry. Mowry on the receiving end of that pass, but give some credit over there on that far side. That might have been number 8 in Ben Hansen, who is also the quarterback for the Red Hawks. I think he might have been the guy that made the nice play. It's going to be 3rd and 5. There's no gain on the play. Rolling around here to the near side, now tucking and going to run up the field. He's going to get the first down on a dandy play here by the Norsemen. That's the quarterback in Blake Sutton. That's one of the things that makes Sutton so dangerous is he has got some pretty good speed and a good view of the field. He turns it up and gains more than enough for the first down. They'll place the ball on the 31. 1st and 10, Norsemen still in their own territory. I formation. The turn, the handoff is the second man through, and it's a nice run up to the 40, maybe right at the 40-yard line is where they're going to spot the ball. It'll be a 2nd and 1. Tackle there, I'm not sure if that was 56 that made the tackle, or it could have been number 6, actually, the safety coming up in Kyle Sealing. Yeah, he had to come from up way back in the backfield. Here's Stensling, and he is going to rumble for a first down. Needed 1. He got what? Practically 10. Give him 9 solid yards. It's 1st and 10. The ball on the 49-yard line of the Norsemen. Trying to knock on the door here into Red Hawk territory. They'll come up to the line again with that I formation. In, split out. It's the second man through, and it's going to be a short gain. They might have got to the 50. Bringing the next play in, it's going to be Bergdahl. Shotgun formation, the handoff, second man, only man through. Oh, look at this. Big run by Stensling. I got to keep track of him. There he is. They went from the 50-yard line. You have them 10, 25, about 26 yards on that rumble. Boy, did he ever burst through the line in a hurry. Dodging a couple of would-be tacklers, and also got a stiff arm in there as well. First and 10. The pitch coming out here to the near side. Let's take a look. And a lot of room here, and in for the score. Mowry with the touchdown run of 24 yards, and the Norsemen are on the board first. Oh, he turned the corner and was off to the races for sure. Now, quick score here, and now they'll look for the extra point kick. We'll come back just a little bit here. Brown, the kicker, and it's up and good. And the Norsemen will have a 7-0 lead here at the 8:50 mark. We'll take a little break and be right back. Well, the Norsemen march down the field here quickly and pick up the score on the opening drive of the ball game. And now they'll look to kick off here to the Red Hawks. And we're trying to check to see who are the deep. Looks like Sealing is going to be the deep man here for G.E.T. Redhawks coming in to the game a little bit beat up, but you know, like they say, it's the 8th week of the season. Pretty good kick coming down to Sealing. He gets the ball at about the 15-yard line, and he's going to get a nice return all the way back here. Oh, a late flag coming in. Not sure what that was about down here by the Norsemen sideline. They get the ball down to about the 31. Now we got to wait and see what this is all about on that late flag here coming in. Looks like it's going to be a hold here. Interesting, a hold call on Westby. And so they will step that off, give them a few extra yards on the play. You don't see that happen too often, but it did here. They'll tack on 10 more yards, and they're going to smack the ball down on the ground at about the 42-yard line. Hanson, the quarterback, puts the man in motion. Turn, handoff. It's going to go to Sealing, I believe, here. And boy, he is smothered up. That whole left side of the Westby defense keyed on him right there. Man in motion was number 9 in Jimenez. Or I think it's Jimenez. I hope I'm saying that right. No gain on the play. Man in motion, the turn, and the ball is stopped here. And again, it's Sealing. Stuffing the hole. The Norsemen not letting anything happen. That might have been a loss of a half yard and a little bit of a loss from the time before. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 now for the Red Hawks. Hanson coming in with the play. Man in motion is Sealing, and they were, ball's on the ground. They hand it off to him, and no place for him to go. Kyle Sealing had to feel like the Lone Ranger out there on that one as the ball bounced out of his hands. It's a little different here. That football is a little harder than it's been in the past 7 weeks, as we've had some terrific weather. And tonight, well, we're in the 40s right now. Here's a good snap and the kick. It's going to come down the field here. It's going to take a Red Hawk bounce all the way down, and they'll put their hand on it at about the 28-yard line for the Norsemen. Well, our thanks going out to a couple more of those sponsors. The Westby Co-op Creamery. Be sure to take home that country goodness right here from Westby. Varsity Funeral Home, we thank them and for all their support of families with the loss of a loved one, serving the surrounding communities. And while we have a second here, the Viroqua Dental Center, Dr. Leon Klum for your next beautiful smile. Stop in there, the north side of Viroqua. Here comes a throw downfield. He lobs it up. This is going to be incomplete. Boy, the closest one to it was number 3 to the ball was Riley Hamill. Sutton just chucked that one up and was hoping that his receiver could run underneath it. As it was, that was a little too far away. Couldn't get out of the blocks. And I believe that might have been, was that number 7? And Anders Stockton, I believe they were trying to shoot for on that one. Here's the handoff. Nothing on this one. Good job there by that interior line. And credit number, I want to say number 70 in Cisco Jimenez to come in, making the stop. Had some help with that interior line. Might have been 56 and Cale Pickering. The big number 70 had his hands around. Here is Sutton. He's going to come downfield again. He has a man, and it is caught. Holy smokes, what a catch. It bounced up in the air, and he kept a hold of it. Stockton came down with it on the hot potato catch. Boy, what a terrific play there for the Norsemen. Huge, huge play on a 3rd and long, and they go half the distance of the field. That was about a 45-yard reception. That could be a highlight of the night if the TV stations are here, right? We're going to get a late flag, now 2, now 3, as over on that far side, that was stenciling, but I think we're coming back on this one. I don't know if they all saw the same thing, or maybe there was more than one flag being thrown for a penalty. They're going to talk things over here, and now they're going to step it off. I didn't see the call just yet, but I would imagine a hold here. Westby is ready to go. 1st and 10. Sutton, shotgun formation, turns, hands off. It's going to be Stenson. He got a head of steam, and he's going to get back nearly to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be a first, make it a 2nd. And 2nd and 10. He did pick up 10 yards on the carry. Well, as you can see in the upper right corner of the screen, as the clock continues to move, we're under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. And the Norsemen out in front, 7-0. And they'll look to go again here with a quick handoff. Stenciling up the middle, and not a whole lot of running room there. He got a couple of tough yards. That interior line doing a nice job there defensively anyways for the Redhawks on that play. And it brings up a 3rd and about 8. Sutton goes back into that shotgun formation, has a good snap, bobbled it just for a second. Now he dives forward, getting to the 25. A gain of about 3 on the play. Take that back. Maybe a gain of a couple at the most here, but it's going to wind up 4th and 6 now for the Norsemen in Red Hawk territory. One of these situations where it's most likely a little too far away for the kick. I look for that field goal. Instead, they're going to wind up going for it here on this 4th and 6. They'll stay with that I formation, showing blitz, and running right into it. They got the pass off and then dropped. They had the right play call. There's no doubt about that. And a little bit of a delay here. And Stensling just could not hang on to it on the spin. 1st and 10 going the other way. It's going to be the ball going here on downs to the Red Hawks. Thanks to the VFW of Viroqua. Stop in there for a great, and I do mean delicious, Friday night fish. And the Viroqua Booster Club and Rob Klum, now the new president, wishing all the best to the area teams here in the last couple of weeks of this football season. We thank them for their wonderful support. Here comes end around basically, and a nice job here by the defense. That was number 20 making the initial play in Gabe Friedland. Number 17 with the ball was Carter Rapal. No gain on the play. He had a head of steam up, but Friedland was able to get there and stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Again, the man in motion, and it's going to be handoff to Sealing on that far side. And oh boy, Westby stayed home on that one. Taking a look here to see who was the It was number 1, and Joey Ellison sneaking in there, making the play. Boy, he got there in a hurry. Hansen dropping back. He fires a shot. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, now they're going to call the flag. They throw the flag here as there's a big-time collision with Jimenez and that defense. Here's the play on the far sideline. Let's take a look and see what happens. Westby showing a little bit of a blitz themselves here as they come up with a 2nd down and 1. I think Sealing's going to get that one. Pretty close to it. They have not yet signaled 1st down. They might bring the sticks out here on this one. We'll see. And that's what they're going to do. They'll bring the sticks out and take a look here. And boy, from this angle, it looks like they probably got it, but not by much. Here comes G.E.T. And over here to the near side is Sealing. Boy, he got a great little move. Now he's coming out of bounds right underneath us. Hanson turns, he's going to hand off here. This is, I want to say Hanley. I got to take a quick look here with that one. It is Taylor Haney, not Hanley, but Haney. He's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 4. Clock now under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Here's the pitch to Sealing, trying to get to the outside. He's able to do so, and he gets the 1st down. He just put his shoulder pads down, and now we're going to get another late flag here. This is back around the 49-yard line, so we got to wait and see what that's all about now. And it is going to go against the Red Hawks, and that will negate the nice run there. Well, 3rd and 14, they're going to call it. G.E.T. dropping back. Hanson now lobbing downfield. He's got a man, and he just overshot him. Boy, he has a rifle of an arm. Well, that penalty comes up and kind of bites the Red Hawks a little bit here. There's a kick, and it's going to take a bounce, kind of a Norsemen bounce there, I would say. Goes out of bounds right around that 25, make it about the 27 or so here of Westby. So the Norsemen with a chance to take over here, and you can see 26 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. A couple more of those wonderful sponsors helping us out while we have a second. Vernon Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, serving nearly 10,000 patrons here in southwestern Wisconsin. Also, Vernon Manor Healthcare, Amanda Huff and her crew of healthcare staff. Boy, what a great job they continue to do. They're located, of course, on the north side of Viroqua. And VMH, Vernon Memorial Healthcare. So much care, so close. They have done such a terrific job, and for many, many years, one of the 5-star healthcare system when it comes to Medicare and Medicaid. Well, we're going to get a penalty, a late penalty here. And let's see what that's going to be all about. Way back here on about the 20, make that the 32, 33-yard line. I didn't even see that. And they're going to step this one off because it's against Westby. And now the Red Hawks are going to catch a break. They'll pick up a 1st down off from the penalty. And Westby's defense will trot back out onto the field. I think it was something to do with roughing the kicker. Well, let's see if the Redhawks can capitalize on this. They're going to put a man in motion, the handoff on the quick turn, and getting stopped quickly here was Sealing once again. Trying to check the last man up here. The numbers, it is really hard to see these numbers with the Norsemen and their new uniforms here. At least from my vantage point it is. That'll be the end of the quarter here with Westby leading 7-0. The G.E.T on the move. Quarter number 2 now kicking off here as we come back, and it's going to be a second down run, excuse me here. They're going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. It brings up a 3rd and 7 now for G.E.T. Norseman defense trying to come up solid here and try and get a stop if at all possible. Sealing in motion. Hansen, he's going to go down, the ball on the ground, and Westby has it. Westby with the recovery here, and a big-time blitz here by the Norseman defense. Hansen did not see the defender coming on the blind side, and Hansen got shaken up a little bit. He's going to have to come out of the ballgame just for a moment. And the Westby defense coming up big. Well, let's take a look at another one of those sponsors or two. How about Sleepy Hollow? Thanks to Levon and Michelle Felton. Of course, the 3 facilities on the north side of Viroqua. Terrific place to go, and they will work with anybody and everybody when it comes to a vehicle of your need. Well, let's take a look here now. The Norsemen in Red Hawk territory. It's going to be a little reverse, and now they're going to be outside the territory of the Red Hawks as they're going to be taken down for a loss. Now we got a late flag way over here. I don't know, there's a little confrontation going on between number 3 in Riley Hemmel and I think Quinn Bergdahl for Westby, and it's going to be offsetting penalties here. Offsetting penalties, and they're going to basically tell each guy, hey, tone her down a little. Something might be going on. They might have a little shoving match, maybe a word or two. That'll happen once in a while in the heat of the moment. And the officials step in and do exactly what they did. And that's going to be your warning. So offsetting, let's see where they have the ball placed. Because I think they have to take that, the play will stand. So it's 2nd and 12, the ball on the 49 of the Norsemen now. After the loss on the play, Sutton in shotgun formation, Stensling behind him, Stensling with it. He's going to run this one right over here off tackle. And he picks up a nifty slug of yards there. What's he going to get here? He's going to be about 3, maybe 4 yards shy of the first down. Brings up a 3rd and 4, so he gains 6, 7, about 8 yards on that run. Clock continuing to move here. Here's the carry, dumped right away. Not much of a carry there for the Westby offense, and it'll bring up a 4th and 4. 10 minutes to go in this half. Sutton rolling back. He's got his man. It's caught, and it's going to be enough, I believe. Yes, for the first down. On the receiving end, that was number 9 in Lucas Bendel, and he got to the 35-yard line, and he was brought down right away. So 1st and 10 here, Westby. Also, thanks going out to Scenic Bluffs Community Health Care, the corporate office you'll find in Cashton. Stop into the fine folks at Sealands Carpetland. We'll talk about them. Boy, that play was going nowhere in a hurry. Quick toss out there, and the defense was there, ready to make the stop. And now G.E.T has a player down, and let's take a look here. That was that might be number, I don't know if that was number 8, or is that number 9 in Jimenez over there? Well, they do have a 0. That's who that is. That's Oliver Remus. As he must have twisted an ankle a little bit on that tackle. He made a nice play, and unfortunately for him, he was the one that wound up twisting the ankle as he went down. 2nd and 11, off from the loss on that play. Sutton turns, hands off, second man through, and the ball on the ground. Let's see who's got it. Redhawks say they do, and the officials, they haven't said anything here. Oh, no, this is going to be real interesting. Everyone on that Redhawk team said they had it, but the officials are not buying it. In fact, they're saying the knee was down before the fumble. So the play was dead. And they're moving it back. So 3rd and 11 again. Well, I tell you what, the Norsemen caught a huge break right there, especially if they get the first down. Sutton going back, going deep down the field and running underneath it, and it's going to be incomplete. Well, that might have been Stockstone out there as he wound up playing defense instead of offense. Must be in shotgun formation. Good snap, looking downfield. Sutton with a lot of time. Now he's going to be flushed out here to the near side. He rolls, he throws, and he missed. Threw behind the would-be receiver, and G.E.T holds here in the second quarter, and they'll take over on downs at the 36. A couple more of those sponsors helping us out. It's the Riverbank, Westby, and Coon Valley for that down-home financial help. We appreciate their terrific support. And Rural Mutual Insurance, Kevin Blusky Agency. Appreciate Kevin's support. And, of course, Rural Mutual Insurance is the Wisconsin business that does work only in Wisconsin. Well, 1st and 10, and it's, boy, like a triple I set here. They're going to get the ball over to Sealing. He gets around the corner and then is brought down quickly. Only a yard pickup, maybe 2 at the most. They're going to call it 2nd and 8, I think. Again, Westby, as you can see in that upper left corner now of your screen, it's a 7-0 score here. Norsemen took the opening kickoff and were able to march it down the field. A highlight of about a 40-yard plus catch for the Norsemen. It was a juggling catch by Stockstone to come up with the play. The ball on the ground, but now picked up and going to pick up a heck of a lot of yards here as well on the play. I tell you what, sometimes that'll happen. Now, was that 33 and Haney once again, and you know, all of a sudden the defense it's just a momentary hesitation, and boy, Haney turned on the speed and is a half yard shy of the first down. Nice run there. 3rd and a half a yard to go. Sealing in motion, now stops, a turn, the handoff, and they're going to get the first down. It didn't necessarily have to look pretty. It just had to be effective enough to get that yard, and that's what Haney did. He picks up the yard, and it's 1st and 10, Redhawks. Ball on their 47-yard line, we'll call it. Here's a quick pitch. That's Sealing trying to kick to the outside. He makes the corner, and then he took a shot at about the 43, 44-yard line. He got rocked back. Did not see who that was out there for the Norsemen, but I think it was one of the cornerbacks that came up big time. Norsemen switching out some players here now. Coming out in the field, it'll be Stockstone. I thought I saw, I'm not sure if it was Wilbur or if it was Bendel out there, and also out there right away is number 15 and Nate Friedland. Put the man in motion and trying to come up with the carry himself. I don't know, was not Hanson. Let's see who that was. Was Sealing. Tell you what, they're pretty nifty on that. Who has what, when, and where sometimes. Again, just shy of the first down here, and it'll bring up a 3rd and less than a half a yard on this one. Let's see if they look for the quarterback sneak or do their handoff once again. Put Sealing in motion. The handoff is going to go to Haney, and he is going to fall forward to get the first down. So 1st and 10. They'll wind the clock up. We're in that 4-minute range now. We will be turning the mic down with the music coming up just to be on the safe side. Sealing gets the ball and is tripped up a little bit. He does move forward to the 40. We do want to just mention, in case you're looking at, we did have the channel up and running for the Cashton ball game with Royal, and all of a sudden I got a notification for some reason. We got kicked off the air by Twitch, so we do apologize for that, but we want you to know that we'll have that on the YouTube channel sometime late Saturday. We hope to have it up maybe early. Oh, there's a big-time play by Westby. And here's a flag over here, too. So we got a couple of flags going. Well, we got a big play and now a flag right at the 40. A hold call here on G.E.T. And Joey Ellison, again, just rocketed in there and came up with the tackle for a loss. Quarterback sack he'll get. And now Westby will call a timeout here with 3:16 to go in the half. So as we said, we will get that game up and running here as soon as we can tomorrow on my YouTube channel, WWVP, with Cashton and Royal. We do apologize. For some reason, as I mentioned, we were kicked off the air there, and we're still trying to figure out exactly what happened with that and the reason for Twitch doing that. G.E.T comes out with a 3rd and 16 situation. Hansen looks like he might be changing the play call as soon as he gets out there with Sealing. Dropping back and looking, now comes out here to the near side, and now is being chased down, and he's gonna drop down. Gonna get a positive yardage here. Westby's gonna call a timeout because now it's 4th and about 14. Not much for a gain there. Maybe 4th and 15, only about a yard pickup here by G.E.T, so a decision time for them. We do want to say thanks. A couple more of those sponsors. Sweet Valley Artisan and Valley Fudge and Candy. Now there's the place to go. Terrific fudge, terrific candies, all made with Westby Co-op Creamery products, especially their milk products and that. And I tell you what, Steve and Linda Schulte, they have some tremendous flavors there. We'll take a little break and be right back. Taking a look here as we return from the timeout that Westby called. Dropping back to kick here is Dominic Knott. He's got a pretty good leg. Snap on the ground, he scoops, and he's going to get the kick off, and down the field it goes, and it's going to take that G.E.T bounce. They're going to stop right on the 10-yard line. Now there's the play. That's what they were kind of hoping for, putting the Norsemen deep into their own territory here. Well, Nordic Lanes, thanks to Scott and Sue Sordahl. Enjoy all kinds of family fun on the northwest side of Westby here with Nordic Lanes. Something going on every season. How about that? Thanks also, Mitbee's TV and Appliance. Say you want to watch some of these games, get a smart TV from Mitbee's TV and Appliance out there on Front Street in Cashton. Uh-oh, a lot of trouble. Somehow he gets away. Sutton does, and now he gets pushed out of bounds. He's going to trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He might have just made it back, but he had to run a long ways just to get no yards on the carry. I don't know that he lost any. Oh, they're going to say he lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 now as he went sliding out of bounds. 2:48 to go in the half. Norsemen trying to come up with another score here. Shotgun formation, good snap, and Sutton's going to keep it himself. Spins back to the inside, still on his feet, and he's going to gain about 4, maybe 5 yards. Let's see when they bring that stick and slap it down into the ground, and it's going to be at about the 11-yard line or so. Maybe did they get it across? No, it's at the 11. Or, excuse me, it's at the 14. I'll get it right. It's at the 14-yard line. 3rd and 6 here for Westby. Of course, the other thing is you'd like to get that first down and keep the clock running a little bit. Here's a throw underneath, and it's a nice catch and a first down here by the Norsemen. Mowry with the grab, or was that Bendel? Could have been Mowry. Again, I do apologize. I am having a hard time picking up those numbers on the back, but it was a first down throw nonetheless from Sutton, and Westby can move the clock and the chains here. Now they get the clock going as we hit the 2-minute mark and beyond. Here's a quick pitch and a high step over a would-be tackler. That was Mowry. That young man's got some speed. Back to that shotgun once again. Sutton comes out here to near side and a sliding try on the catch right underneath us. There he is by Stockton, but that is going to be a skip ball and no catch. Time stops here with the incomplete pass. With 1:21 to go. Third down. Norseman band getting ready. Little toss out here on the flat and enough for the first down. Got the ball down to about the 45-yard line, make it the 46. Slipping out of the ball game, number 17 in Rapal for G.E.T. Not sure what happened there, if he got injured a little bit or what, but they made some changes. Here comes Sutton to the near side, makes one player miss. Now he's going to be brought down right around the 50. He got across the 50 to the G.E.T. 49. And the clock continues to move here as we're under 50 seconds now. I'm not sure. I was thinking Westby had one timeout left, but I could be wrong on that. I know they used two not that long ago. Here is Sutton. Now he's going to be run out of bounds. He did the right thing there as there was nobody to throw to and all kinds of white shirts around him. So he sneaks out of bounds. But not until he picked up about 3, maybe 4 yards, brings up a 3rd and 1. And we're going to get a timeout by G.E.T., interestingly enough. And maybe that will be to the Norsemen's advantage. Well, when it comes to some fantastic fuel for your vehicles, stop in at Main Street Mobile Mart. All kinds of great Synergy mobile fuel for you. They're located on the north side of Viroqua. And Premier Co-op since 1893, serving the agricultural community and communities of Vernon County and beyond. We appreciate their terrific support. Stop in and get your health care started on the right note at the Viroqua Clinic, part of that Gunderson Health System, the Viroqua Clinic, downtown Viroqua. Well, the timeout left 28.8 seconds on the clock, and the Norsemen get a first down here, and they could run the clock out if they wish. I imagine G.E.T. might be banking on getting a stop here. We'll see what happens. Sutton going to drop right back, and he goes underneath, and he's got the catch. And into the middle of the field and brought down. Oh, beautiful throw here, and the grab, the catch and run by Lucas Bendel. And the Norsemen come up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Of course, they don't start the clock until the chains are set. Westby's ready. And they'll down it right there. The quick spike, they're going to try again. Give themselves a chance here. I'm surprised they didn't have maybe a couple of plays called. I could see those guys doing it. They got a good senior bunch. Well, Zach Bjorklund is going to bring the play in, number 4 for the Norsemen here, as they are looking to try and come up with a score with 16 seconds remaining here in the half. Sutton comes up under center. He's going to drop straight back. Once again, he throws downfield. He's got a man. It's caught and brought down quickly. And now they're going to move the chains again because of the first down. Now they'll get set up here, or will Westby call the timeout? Westby is not sure if they have a timeout or not here, do they? They did have their last one, and they're going to use it right now. 8 seconds remaining. Boy, what an exciting catch there for the Norsemen. Stop in and see Dwayne Lind at Lind's Home Center. Also Adam and the whole crew. There are a lot of folks around there that are willing to help you out. All your hardware needs, appliances, HVAC, and of course heating. All that at Lind's Home Center. Embroidery and more, Greg Danes and crew. Get your team looking sharp today. Stop in and see what they have offer for your, well, it could be your bowling team, maybe up and coming, maybe you got a men's or women's basketball league coming up. You can do some fantastic things for you. All right, here we go with the Norsemen. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage here. With 8 seconds remaining, they're going to see if they can punch one in. Should have enough time for a couple of shots here anyways. Rolling here to the near side. Sutton's going to throw. He's got his man in the backfield, and it's incomplete. Oh, he went up and had it, and it got stripped away just in time. Somebody over there on that defense caused some problems, and that left 4.2 seconds on the clock. G.E.T. doing a good job there. Westby just, again, trying to battle here. Coming in with the play. That was, that I think was number 8 in Wilbur. Sutton up under center. Dropping back, quick toss to the outside, and it's caught. He was out of bounds. Oh boy, I could see that one from here. The foot was just out of bounds. That was a timing play, and now they're going to look for the field goal attempt here. See if Brown can drive this one through. Try and come away with some points anyways, with 1.1 second left here in the half. Devin Brown set to kick. Here's the approach. The kick is up. It is no good. Off to the right, and it's going to be short as well. Now, a good try here by the Norsemen, and that will end this first half of action as Westby leads. They took that opening kickoff, drove it down the field. A miraculous catch to keep the drive alive of about 40-plus yards, and Westby will hold on to that 7-0 lead here as we go into half. Stay tuned, more action coming up here. We turn the mic down and you can watch the music. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear, but you can watch the band, middle school, high school, perform tonight. Welcome back to Westby. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. We return for second half action. Again, our thanks going out to a number of those sponsors. I do want to say once again, Sealand's Carpetland, Tim Sealand and the crew. And of course, his motto is, if you walk on it, we sell it. Well, we're getting things ready here as the approach and the second half underway as the ball comes down and picked up by Sealing on the run. And he is going to be brought down quickly here at around the 37-yard line. But a nice return. He had a head of steam up. And pretty good field position here to start things off in the second half for G.E.T. They trail 7-0, as you can see. The opening drive of this ball game, the Westby Norsemen took it the length of the field for the score, and that's where we stand. Devin Brown missing a probably about, what, a 22, 25-yard field goal attempt right at the end of the half. Here's Sealing trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of maybe 1 on the play, and they'll spot the ball. They're going to give him 2, 2nd and 8. A tough couple of yards there for Kyle Sealing. That young man is, he's a marked dude. There's no question about it. He's got some speed. There's no No question on that, and Westby really trying to bottle up things as much as possible. Here comes a handoff. I think that's, is that Haney with the carry? They're going to go out of bounds. We'll see what happens way out there on that far side. Going to bring up a 3rd and long 4 here for G.E.T. Well, more of those wonderful sponsors helping us out. We talked about Greg Danes. How about Mark Evinger? Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service. They service what they sell, and I tell you what, they have some fantastic equipment there for you in your yard, garden, lawn, you name it. Well, just getting the first down and then being pushed out of bounds, Sealing comes up with about a 5-yard carry, and it's 1st and 10. The ball placed on the 48-yard line or so here. Still in Red Hawk territory, but they're knocking on the door, trying to get into Westby land a little bit here. Man in motion. Is a quick inside handoff. Oh, I think the ball is on the ground. And G.E.T. got to it. Somewhere in that mess of humanity, the ball was kind of rocketing back and forth amongst the feet. And G.E.T. did wind up landing on it. They'll maintain possession here. G.E.T. is going to send Sealing this direction, and there's a flag right in the middle of the field as Sealing goes down. A loss of at least 1, maybe 2 on the play, but now we got to wait and see what the flag is all about. Talking things over, it's going to be a hold call on G.E.T. So now the question is, you're going to push him back a little bit further. They're going to decline it and take the play itself. It's going to be a loss of about 3.5, 4 yards. But it's also the loss of the down that counts here for the Norsemen. So it brings up a 3rd and a solid 13 yards to go. They crank the clock up once again. Down in that 10-minute mark. Dropping back, and Hansen's able to get the ball off. And oh, a big collision out there. As the catch was made, so was the tackle, driving him back another yard or 2 loss on the play. Well, I see number 0 is back out there. He went out earlier. That was Remus earlier in the ball game, sometime in that early second quarter, I think. But he's back out there now, and that's good to see. Here's the kick by Knott, and it's going to take a bounce. Oh, it comes back a little bit to the Norsemen, and G.E.T. will finally step on it there. And somewhere right around that 30-yard line, we'll see where they mark the ball in just a moment. Looking more at some of those terrific sponsors. Of course, Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte. For your peace of mind, she does business only in Monroe, Vernon, and La Crosse counties. You cannot go wrong with Lori Holte. Stop in Coon Valley, Central Avenue. Sutton with a quick pitch here to the near side and making a couple players miss, and then getting stood up at about the 35-yard line. That was Mowry with the carry. It might have been. I think it was number 2. He's got those quick feet. Picks up about 5, 2nd and 5. Well, a real good ball game here tonight. We figured it was going to be a tough one, and they've just really played well, both teams. Here's a run up the middle. Stensling on the carry. He is going to be just shy of the first down. They're going to spot the ball a nose away from the 40. So third and very, very short here. Norsemen will try to punch this one across and pick up that first down. The turn, the handoff, it's going to be a first down and more. Look at this run. All the way down the sideline is Maury for the score. He broke that one. And from, let's see, the 39, so there's 50, it'll be a 61-yard touchdown run. Boy, did he get going on that. And now the Norsemen will try to punch in another one here with the kick from Devin Brown. Getting the lines set. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, and we appreciate Coon Valley Telecommunications, Carol Olson, and all the great crew down there on Central Avenue in Coon Valley. Here's a line drive kick that's up and good. Brown drilled that one. It's 14-0. Norsemen out in front. 7:55 to go here in quarter number 3. Well, here we go with the kickoff coming up here. Norsemen with a big 61-yard touchdown run by Brady Maury. Here's the kick, end over end, coming down here on the near side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. We'll see what happens here with the play, if they're going to bounce them back a little bit or they'll take the play with the penalty. Here's a play now as G.E.T. takes over and getting up to about the 39-yard line. We'll see where they're actually going to move them back or not here. Well, G.E.T. is going to take a timeout. They need to talk things over a little bit here with 7:17 to go in quarter number 3. We'll take a break ourselves. G.E.T. had to use a timeout here, and they're back out on the field ready to go. Something with the play call, and there was too much confusion. Here's a pitch to the outside, and turning the corner. Going to get the first down on a nice run and then pushed out of bounds. That was number 31. And let's see if we have him out here. And that was Colby Lewis, senior running back, with a nice gain of about 7 yards for the first down. Clock stopped after running out of bounds. This might be Lewis again, and that time nothing's happening as that defense really stuffed the lines. I think that was 31. They also have a 21 on the roster, Matthew Helverson. That could have been him as well. Taking a look here at who comes out on this side. Hansen, the guy might have moved a little bit. He did, and now the flag finally comes out. They're a little slow on the flag there. That'll probably cost G.E.T 5 yards and bring up a 2nd and 15 after they walk this one off. Now they're going to come over here and talk about it just for a moment. Yep, illegal procedure there. Well, more of our wonderful sponsors, the Daily Brew. Now there's a place to go when it comes to great coffee and sandwiches and the like. Can't go wrong with the Daily Brew. The G.E.T and Oleroods. Hope to see you soon. Walk this one off. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op. John Maslivacek and all the crew. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. And, of course, upcoming playoff scenario for a couple of our area teams anyways. Cash and Eagles in the driver's seat. They were leading 24-6. We got a text at halftime from Scott and Nick doing the game. And again, we apologize. For some reason, we got kicked off the air with the Twitch. But we're here up and running. Now Hansen is still on his feet. He will not go down without a fight. And he gets in right around the 41-yard line. Third down and 15 for G.E.T. Remus, number 0, and Hansen, they both come in. Of course, Hansen grabs the play from the coaching staff. Remus followed him to the huddle. That was because number 31 in Lewis came out of the game. Remus took his place. Hansen rolling out. Now he'll fire downfield. That is going to be incomplete. Took a shot down there on that far sideline, but pretty good coverage defensively. Now it's going to be Dominic Knott will come in and look to what looks to be a punting situation here. Knott will drop back. Looks like, can't tell if this is Stockstone out there. Almost looks like him, number 7. Here's a very short kick, and that is going to take a Norseman bounce. Now it will roll actually to the 40-yard line where they're going to stop the play. Remus there. And it'll be 1st and 10, Westby going to our left. Norsemen out in front here, 14-0. 4:54 to go in the third quarter of action. Our thanks going out to Carmen Fortune, your new directions real estate expert. Well, with the rising interest rates and that, you might wonder how that market is doing if it comes to buying or selling. Well, here comes a market. Look at this. What a move right here. This is Stensling, and he is heading to pay dirt. A big run, no flags. Ball on the 40. It's a 60-yard run here for the Norsemen. They've had a 61 and now a 60. Explosive play here by Westby to take a commanding lead, and they'll look for the extra point kick. Yeah, talk to Carmen Fortune as she can help you out when it comes to, kind of how the market is trending, what's going on. And is this the right time to buy or the right time to sell? I think that market is still fairly strong. Here's the approach on the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it is just short of the goalpost. It will be 20 to nothing. Norsemen on top. Back in a moment. The Norsemen with a sustained drive on the first drive of the ball game. And now in the second half, 2 quick scores on long runs. Mowry from 61 and now Stensling from 60. And it's 20 to nothing. Norsemen ready to kick off. Here's the approach. It's a couple of hops down the line here and picked up by one of the up men and dropped at about the 42. That was Lewis on the return. He was in the previous series for the offense of G.E.T. Well, thanks to our friends out there on Highway 27, Cashton Farm Supply. That's Ernie Peterson and that terrific crew when it comes to expert advice and knowledge for your organic farming. G.E.T. comes up to the line of scrimmage, and of course we say thanks to Cade Clearing, Brett and Riley Cade. When it comes to clearing off some of those rickety old trees and the branches and everything around your area, whether it's a fence line or around buildings, homes. Be sure to stop in, give them a call, I should say. Riley and Brett Cade at Cade Clearing. You can check them out. They are fully insured. First and 10 after the encroachment call. Here's Remus trying to get to the outside. Westby stringing it out, and Remus makes a turn. He might have got a yard. We'll have to wait and see. They might give him a yard. Brings up a 2nd and 4, we'll call it. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Here's a handoff coming over here to the near side. Sealing, trying to make a cut, and then down he goes at about the 49. He saw someone coming, and he tried to make a little move and wound up going down to the ground maybe a little more quickly than he wanted to. He gets up. You can tell he's been a marked man here this evening. Now Westby defense, as it's 3rd and maybe, I guess we'll call it 3rd and 2. Turn, and boy, nothing happening there. Westby had that one figured out. I mean, it sounds like we had a whistle going on here, but it's 4th and a loss of a yard or so, it looks like. 4th and 4 here. They were going to go 3rd and 3, but we're going to call that a loss of 1. Hansen trotting back into the huddle here for G.E.T. And they're in that situation where, yeah, they may need to go for it here with the 2:20 mark and counting in quarter number 3. Hansen going to hand off here, and it's going to be Sealing, and I tell you what, he did not get it. He did not reach the 50. He needed to get to about the 48 of Westby, and he's still at the 49 of G.E.T. So the Norsemen will take over on downs. Westby defense coming up strong here, As we continue on with the play, let's take a look at Cashton Building Supply, CBS Design. That's the father-daughter combination. Kevin Kirking and Courtney Coulee supporting today's broadcast. We appreciate their continued support. Stop in there, folks. They are, you know, that small town kind of company, but they got all the big town material that you would want. Here's a quick toss to the outside, and that's going to go to Stockton, and he picks up a quick 6 yards on the catch and run. 2nd and 4. Norsemen will look to milk the clock here now as the quarter starts to wind down. The turn, the look, rolling now, firing, has his man, it's caught. Still on his feet, down inside the 20, down to the 15, and I think inside the 15. Take a look here. That was number 9 on the catch. And Lucas Bendel, boy, I tell you what, he found the seam over there, and it was a nice strike. Here goes a lob pass. That's going to be too far. Oh, he just threw that one up again for grabs. And Sutton, he's got a lot of confidence in his receivers to just go get the ball. That one, though, was actually thrown out of bounds beyond the end zone. Second and 10 as the clock stopped with 1:03 to go in the quarter. Here's the turn, the handoff, and it took a hard shot there. That was a pretty good tackle coming from number 30 in Gunnar Johnson. Mowry with the carry. Yeah, Johnson laid a smoke job on him there. Mowry kind of bounced off, but you can see he got jarred pretty good. Under 30 seconds to go now in the quarter. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here is Stensling trying to move forward. He's going to get across the 10, maybe down to the 9. It all depends on where that knee touched. They're going to give it to him at the 9-yard line, and that's where we will end quarter number 3. Fourth quarter coming up. We want to say thanks to Bobby John Sambalto and the crew over there on Front Street in Cashton. Homemade from scratch meals. You can't go wrong at Bobby John's in Cashton. Back with quarter number 4 in a couple of moments. Here's the play by the Norsemen as we come back. And they're going to get down. Boy, what a run there. That was Stensling, and he's just shy of, well, they're going to mark him actually on the 5. Opening seconds of quarter number 4. Westby really trying to put this one away with another score. Dropping back, here's a throw, and the ball's tipped and intercepted. Well, nice job there by the defense. They got the hand on the ball and turned and then took the ball out of the air. And that's a big-time stop for G.E.T. We'll take another break. Be right back. G.E.T. making a great stop defensively here as the Norsemen were 5 yards away from putting this ball game out of reach. But with the interception, there comes new life. Hansen with the handoff and up the middle on a nice run here. That was that Lewis again here? Yeah, I believe it was. Yep, that was Lewis on the run. Thanks to American Family Insurance, the Miranda Wright Agency. It's the family that you choose. You'll find Miranda not only here in Westby, but also in Viroqua. And the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Vernon County helping us out with the broadcast when it comes to information on senior citizens or disabled citizens. If you have anything there, if you see them in a tough way, be sure to give them a call, ADRC. Well, there's a quick stop right there as G.E.T was trying to go right up the middle, and Lewis got banged up in a hurry with that one. He gets up, he's kind of holding that shoulder area, maybe the collarbone. He took a helmet right on the money, so to speak. Brings up a 3rd and 2 here now for G.E.T. Under 10 minutes to go in the game, and the clock will not be their partner here just yet. They need a quick score. Here's they'll move we call it the scrum, still moving, still on his feet, and look at that. Picking up some big yardage. That was Sealing. Yeah, he just kept those feet moving, and he picked up about 14 yards on the carry. And an easy first down here for G.E.T. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage looking to maybe create some more damage. And nothing on that one as they try to get around the far side. And Sealing is stopped. He was bottled up in a hurry. Kyle Sealing is any positive yards that he's going to have tonight, he is definitely going to have earned them. He is running hard, getting tackled hard. But that's why you play hard. Clock still moving. G.T will come out of that huddle here. Hansen dropping back. He's going to look, and now he fires downfield. This is incomplete. Sealing wound up playing a little defense himself here with Sutton in the backfield looking for a potential interception. That ball just kept going. Overshot everybody. Hansen really does throw a nice ball. He's got some zip to it. Third and 10. Here comes Ellefson. There he is again. He just beats the man on the outside. He's showing that quickness. And it's another sack for him. That's at least what? 2, maybe 3 sacks. If it's 2 sacks in a hurry or 3 sacks, he has really had a terrific night defensively. Stockton is dropping back for what looks to be the punt, as Dominic Knott waiting for, and now we're going to get a flag because somebody here, number 24, just plain took off. Not sure. Ryan Waxlax just took off running down the field. If he thought that the ball had been snapped or what. Oh, it's going to be a illegal procedure call, and they move it back. Clock is not moving. Now they're going to throw the ball, and it is incomplete. Wow. Well, they taking a little bit of a chance there, and it's going to be now Westby in excellent field position here as they bring the ball back. And it's 1st and 10 going the other way. Loss of possession on downs. Thanks to another of our sponsors, the Bank of Cash, and Scott Wall and his crew of friends supporting friends. That's what it's all about. Of course, they're for the new bank here. It's probably a couple years old now, I guess, but out there on Front Street as well. Just across from the high school, I guess you could say. Here's the Norsemen now with the run, and that's going to be a short gain to the 30. Maybe a yard pickup. Approaching the 7-minute mark, Norsemen will look to keep the ball, you would think, on the ground and try and chew up as much time as possible. But they do have some nice little routes, kind of safety valve routes when it comes to passing. Here's Stensling. He'll go right up the middle and be greeted by a handful of white jerseys. Stensling will pick up maybe 3 tough yards. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 here now for Westby. Sutton rolls out here to the near side. Here's a throw. It's incomplete. Well, just couldn't bring that one down. That looks like, was that Bendel again? And Lucas not able to haul that one in. He had a defender right there on him as well. So it's 4th down. Westby will go for it here. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass, though. Sutton in that shotgun formation. High snap. He takes it himself. Now heads upfield. And, he's brought down quickly. Excellent open field tackle there by, was that Hansen? Nope, that was number 9 in Jimenez. But Sutton has the 1st down. He had just enough. Ball is just shy of the 20. The actual, I guess officially, they'll say it's on the 21. So 1st and 10. And now you can watch that clock go even quicker if you're... there goes a touchdown run. And we're going to get a flag here on G.E.T, I think. A 21-yard touchdown run for the Norsemen. He just broke through the line, and there was no stopping him. I think that was Mowry, by the way. They're going to unsportsmanlike on both sides again. That's the 2nd time tonight that's happened. Which means the play is nullified. And they'll do it all over again. 1st down. Well, it took the 21-yard touchdown run off the board here for Westby with that unsportsmanlike on both sides of the ball. They do move it back. I wonder if there were 2 calls here on Westby because they just moved the ball back here, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's part of it. Late entrant is Gabe Friedland, and now Coach Andy House is going to call a timeout, and he's coming out to chat with the official. He kind of like a little better explanation as to what was going on with that penalty and why it was marked off. We'll take a break and come right back here. Westby out in front. Again, it's 20-0 Norsemen. We return, and our thanks going out to all of our wonderful sponsors that we've been able to get through now. Westby with the ball, and here's a drive and the run, getting down inside the 25, maybe down to about the 23, and it looks like G.E.T player a little slow to get up here, and we'll have to take another timeout. So timeout on the field for an injured player. We'll return in a moment. Well, walking off under his own power, Jimenez, and again, I do apologize. I know it's not quite the right way to say his name. Walking off. Westby with the pitch here. Second man, now the ball is on the ground, and we'll see what happens. Did Westby get it back or not? I think they did. Able to land back on it. Brings up a 3rd and 4. And the clock will run and be under the 5-minute mark when the next snap occurs. Well, Cashton picks up the win 45-6 over Royal Panthers. Here's a carry, and that's going to be a short gain, maybe a yard for number 1 here in Joey Ellison. Shotgun formation and the handoff, and ducking to the outside here is Stensling. And it's a 15-yard jaunt to the end zone. Westby up 26-0. And Devin Brown will come on and see if he can get that extra point kick. He missed a field goal attempt. And boy, he drilled that one right down the middle. He came up just short on one of those attempts as well. But right now he has been pretty much spot on here tonight with that one. Well, 27-0 the score here, and we have got through all of our wonderful sponsors. We thank them so much for their help and the ability to bring you tonight's game. We'll come back with the final just under 4 minutes of the game. Norsemen set to kick off here, and the approach, end over end, is going to take a bounce. Who picked up close here? That was number 3 in Hemmel, Riley Hemmel, able to pick it up. He winds up out of bounds here on the 37-yard line. Took a bounce right into his arms, though, and, you know, he picked it up and headed to the sideline here. Well, the Norsemen making some changes defensively here with some younger guys stepping in. G.E.T. looks like they still have their contingent of varsity players out there. Here's Sealing trying to roll to the far side. He gets around the corner and now is met by a couple, three Norsemen and stand him up. And they'll hold his ground here for a gain of a couple. Well, Aiden Teach comes off the field. Well, G.E.T. got a little anxious there. That was number 11 jumping the gun, and Jackson Burns. Tight end, well, I tell you what, stands up at 6'5". My goodness. And he goes at 200 pounds, so he can be a load for you. Clock stops on the flag, and now they're going to do it again. Another hiccup. G.E.T. is not helping themselves out any at all here as they go backwards 10 yards. A couple of 5-yard step-offs. Time is still at 3:10 though. Well, let's see what they come up with here when it's a second and about 20. Well, they're going to give it to Sealing, and he's going to get to the outside here. That's what they'll do. And he's going to go out of bounds. They'll stop on the whistle. Good job. Sealing is going to be just shy of the first down as he was run out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. They're going to put the nose of the ball there. Oh, they're going to give him the first down. Excuse me. Didn't realize that he'd already had that. I guess they might have been moving those chains and I didn't notice it. But the clock stops, going out of bounds, and now they're up to the line of scrimmage here. The turn, the handoff, Sealing again, and this time he's brought down as he crosses the 50. Let's see where they say that knee was down. G.E.T. is going to call a timeout here with 2:37 remaining in the game. They'll mark the ball at the 50. That's where we'll be when we come back from this timeout. G.E.T. comes back from their timeout. Sealing getting to the outside, and now he'll get run out of bounds. Boy, they're going to pick up some yards here now as they're going up against the younger crew here of the Norsemen. Let's see who that was. That was, it might have been number 8 in Hanson doing the carry. Now we're going to get another timeout. And we'll do the same. G.E.T. coming back from their timeout. Trying to put something on the board here. Handoff is, that might have been Sealing. No, it wasn't Sealing because there he is. Let's see who was running that. 38, I believe. Now we're going to get a timeout as, they got a player coming off. He might have turned an ankle. Well, it says, looks like 38, but I don't see a 38 on the roster. Short gain on the play, nonetheless. Here's the handoff, and that'll be a first down carry. Now Westby has a player coming up limping a little bit. Here's Hansen with the turn and the handoff. Sealing is going to get stopped there. Picked up a gain of a couple, 3 yards. A little grabbing and pulling going on out there. Getting the clock moving. We're down to 40 seconds now. Dropping back, Hansen, going to look downfield. He fires, and it is incomplete. Wow, nice play. There he is. Nice play over there defensively by the Norsemen. Not sure who the back was there. Might have been Zach Bjorklund. 31 seconds remaining now, and it's 3rd and 8, or 3rd and 7, excuse me. Sealing in motion, they'll pitch to him, and he'll make the turn and sidesteps a couple of tackles. Now he's pushed out of bounds. Down to just under 23 seconds to go. G.E.T. looking to try and get that score here and have that feel-good score. Guess you can't really blame them for trying to do that. Now Hansen steps up and looks like he might have changed the play. Now he's going to call a timeout here. On the 4th down, nobody's moving for Westby. Oh, timeout, we'll do the same. G.E.T. is coming over and will line up off from that timeout. That should have been their last timeout of the game. 4th down. Looking to pass. Here's the throw downfield. It is caught for the touchdown. They get the ball to their big guy, and Jackson Burns, the tight end, 6'5". And they're on the board with 16 seconds remaining here. Looks like they'll go for 2 here. things that they can work on. Well, the Red Hawks will need to pick up a win next week, and in order to qualify for the tournament series. Here's a quick toss that's going to go incomplete, rifling downfield and well beyond the end zone, and that will take care of business right there for the extra point or 2-point conversion attempt. 27-6 your score. We'll be back with a kickoff. Well, final seconds here, getting ready to be taken down, but Dominic Knott will look to kick off, and Westby will have a number of people up front here just in case they do decide to do the onside kick. Which you never know. They could try and get another quick score here and make the score a little more in their favor. We'll see what happens. If they do kick it away and Westby recovers here, they'll just take a knee and let the clock run out. Here comes the approach, and it is going to be a squib kick out here. And does it roll? I don't think it did. I think they touched it before it got to the 50. The line judge here on the side judge here said, I think he touched it too soon. So that will take care of the ball game here as Westby showed some explosive runs here tonight against the G.E.T. Redhawks. An opening drive with the kickoff in the first series of the game. They pick up a score, and then a 61 and a 60-yard touchdown scamper from Mowry and Stensling, respectively, taking care of the ball game. And a final 15-yard run by Stensling for the final touches, so to speak. And that's where we stand with GT just coming up with a touchdown pass themselves from about 15 yards out to Jackson Burns. And that's where we stand here. They're going to do it all over again. And why would you? If you don't have to, just take a knee. And that's what Coach Andy Helt says. No, we don't need this. We don't need this all over again. So Westby declines the penalty. GT, guys want to kick it all over again here. Well, it just seems weird. We've had some confusion last night with volleyball, and seems to be a little confusion here in regards to, do they kick it off? Do they have to kick it off? They wave it off, the penalty. And all you got to do is take a knee and take care of the ball game right here. Well, next week I'll be up back in Viroqua. It'll be homecoming as the Blackhawks will host the Black River Falls Tigers. They'll come to town Westby will be on the road, and Cashton will be up at Luther. We hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of Westby Norsemen football. They run their record to 7-1 with a 27-6 victory here over G.E.T. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ken Manning saying we'll see you real soon somewhere on the hard court or on the gridiron. Have a great rest of your weekend. So long for now.